Hi, guys, and welcome to La Lucha Israel podcast. I'm your host, Angel.
And I'm Edith.
And welcome back.
Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
If you're new. Oh, welcome. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Honestly, our moods are kind of like, eh.
I know. I literally was like, girl, I hella don't feel like filming. There's just so much going on, like, as we're, like, filming, just, like, going on social media and seeing, like, everything going on, and I'm like, it just seems, I don't know, I'm just devastated.
Yeah, no, I guess there's no words. It's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very much, I guess that's what I could say. It's just heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Completely heartbreaking. What's happening in California right now with the wildfires, guys, it's just, I don't know. I guess I keep on scrolling through social media and it just like keeps getting worse and worse. And I'm just like these places seem like a bomb, just like como si les llegó una bomba and it completely like took away everything.
And there's like tons of businesses too, like that you could see like burnt down. And I'm just like this one, I saw this video and the guy was going around and like it looks like a freaking apocalypse.
Yes.
There's just like smoke everywhere, businesses lit. Like, well, he wasn't a commercial area, so that's what I saw, obviously like tons of people are being affected by this, like their homes are being burnt down and stuff. But the video that I saw specifically, he was like in a commercial area and you see like businesses being burnt down like to a crisp.
Yeah.
And
like no hay nada, no queda nada.
Yeah, and then there's like abandoned cars on the road and I'm just like, dude, like this legit looks like an apocalypse.
Yeah, it's definitely apocalyptic. Like, I can't imagine what the people that like are going through that were affected by the wildfires. And one thing that I could say is like, very much thank you to like the first responders, the firefighters, because I mean, they're trying to tackle it, but it's just too much. And also there's not enough of them, but that's another topic.
Or the fact that, like, they have, what is it, like, prisoners and stuff?
It's 30% of first responders right now, the firefighters, are prison inmates.
Yeah. And
but
I'm like, that's crazy.
No de gusto,
No, and they're getting paid, like, $10 an hour to risk their lives.
I think it ranges from $5 to $10 an hour.
No, a day.
A day?
Yes.
Holy moly.
$5 to $10 a day.
Yeah, because of the certain law or something like that. Like it's called the slavery like loophole, like imprisonment. And it's crazy. That's
another topic for another day.
Yeah. No empiecen.
Yeah, it's so sad what's going on, that like and then not on top of everything too, the fucking fire department's budget was cut recently.
Yeah, I think it was like it was first supposed to be 23 million and then it ended up being 18 million or something like that.
I don't know. But then to like for their police department, I'm
increased by their yearly budget increased by 8%. So it's like I don't even know how many millions that is. But yeah, I saw this thing where it's like, I mean, it's not funny, but they're like, we should put the police department to start fighting the fire. Like, ¿qué le van a hacer? Like, shoot at them? Shoot at the fire? Since that's...
Yeah. It's just so sad what's going on. I also saw that there was like even like firemen from Mexico that were coming in.
Volunteers.
To help.
Yeah.
We also had our firemen here from Las Vegas. It was Clark County Fire, Las Vegas Fire, and Fire and Rescue, Henderson Fire. They sent, I think, like 5 trucks and like I think like so many people, and I think it was like over 25 like actual firemen, and then like 2 chiefs, and like they had sent like plenty of people. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice, because it's so sad like watching these videos and like everything they're going through. And I think what hurts, it just like hurts me so much to see that not that I don't feel bad for wealthy people, but at the end of the day, they'll figure it out, you know? Like, they're wealthy enough that they can figure it out. But, like, I think what hurts is, like, the people, like, the small people who, like, their house are being burnt to a crisp. And then to also know that, like, a lot of, like, these insurance companies cancel the fucking, like, what is it called? The
the fire policy?
Yeah. And, like, they're not even gonna, like, and people, like, still owe on their mortgages.
Yeah.
So they're basically paying, like, the banks are still like, no, you still gotta pay us. And they're having to pay for nothing.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. And that's why people are like, oh, why aren't people evacuating? Because there's a lot of videos of people trying to save their homes. And it's because that's all they got. And I feel like the people that are staying is because they know they're going to lose everything. Mm-hmm. Like, they have no backup plan because of certain insurances that decided, oh, no. Like, a couple months ago, we're not going to, like, cover that because, I don't know, budget cuts or whatever. But that is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's been a lot of people that I was seeing also on social media that have been able to save their homes. Like, it was risky. It was very risky to stay, but because they kept on like aventando agua and everything, they were able to save their homes. Even though I saw this video where the guy saved his home and a lot of houses around him were burnt to crisp. And that's
it's just so sad. Dude, like, watching these videos where I was getting chills because I was like, I don't know.
It seemed like a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
it just seems so unreal. Yeah. And, like, I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think. I don't know if I sound like a fucking loony over here, but, like, a lot of what's going on, like, I feel like it's not a coincidence. Like, it sounds bold, but I feel like it's not a coincidence. Like, all these insurances within months of this happening, all of a sudden started, like, slowly canceling these fucking, canceling those, well, not policies, but, like, removing those, like, protections from, like, natural causes and stuff, slowly. The fucking stuff exploding, the things that were exploding, and then...
Yeah, the LA mayor defunding... defunded
the fire department. The stuff exploding, and then there was also the one in Fort Worth recently. Besides the Tesla, the Cybertrucks exploding. Then on top of everything, because our priorities are so fucked up, there's ICE raids.
Oh, don't even get me started with that. Yesterday, sometimes I hate feeling so much because, like, that to me, like, you know, the LA fires, and then on top of that, like, everything that's happening in the world, but, like, the ICE raids, like, just to think that, like, so many kids are at home, like, waiting for their parents to come through that door, and but, you know, that's where our priorities are at.
It's just so sad to me of what's going on. And then, like, you see videos of, like, farm workers who are still showing up because they need to get paid. Yeah. Still showing up to go pull the fucking fruit and veggies that we, you know, are going to be eating. I just know downright myself I'm going to be enjoying my fruit and my veggies a little bit extra because they didn't have to show up. Because a lot of them didn't show up because they're scared. Yeah, like,
and not rightfully only so,
and not even just because of the fires, but also being scared because of the freaking raids.
Yeah,
and it's just like all of this happening all at the same time. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but I don't feel like a lot of this is a coincidence.
I know. I was telling you, I feel like a conspiracy theorist.
I know. I low-key do feel like I sound like a loony, but, like, it's
just so much.
It's just so much. All of a sudden, we're freaking, like, what, a week in? Almost a little bit over a week in, and all of this has happened in the new year? What the fuck? Like, 2024 already fucked us without lube.
Yeah, but now 2025 is like, you thought that was bad? Oh, let me show you.
Yeah. So my heart goes out to everybody who's been affected. Like,
Yeah.
I am so sorry that this is happening. And I know, like, we've donated and it just doesn't even, it still doesn't even feel like enough.
I feels like help. Like I feel helpless. Like I can like donate money, but at the same time, there's just so much destruction already made. Like it's like materials. It's just devastating. I don't know. Like, but I know one thing about it is that LA has gone through really bad stuff, and it's bounced back. You know, and that's one thing that you know I love about LA, that their people are very strong, and not only do they help each other, but they'll come back better and stronger. I know that.
They're very resilient, but it is just sad because it's like not only do they have to go through the normal struggles of life, but then to add this to the mix, you know? It's I don't know. Just watching those videos has been really heartbreaking. So, you know, if you haven't been like affected by it, I don't know, like maybe you guys can donate too. I don't know. I'm just I think like the only thing we can do is help in any way, but it just still feels like that it's not enough.
I know. And you guys are like, oh, ¿por qué? You know, like, un día por ellos, el otro por nosotros, you know? Hoy por ellos y mañana por nosotros.
Yeah, because you never know. Like, you just never know when you're going to be in a tough spot and, you know, people are going to go out of their way to help you too.
Yeah. And you know what breaks my heart? The animals too.
Oh my God, yes. It's so sad. Oh, so sad. I can't.
The animals that, like, you know, especially around that area, it was like a lot of horses and stuff. And you could see the people like leaving with their horses. And then there was this another video of this couple that I saw that they were driving away. And then they saw estaba como una caballeriza, and there was horses still inside.
Oh no.
So they got off and then started opening the caballerizas and let them loose, because animals, obviously, when they sense danger, they're not going to run to the danger, they're going to run out. So as long as you even let them loose, like especially the big animals like horses, they run fast. I'm thinking about like all the puppies and the dogs and the wildlife. And
I hope like the people who evacuated took their pets with them, because
I'm pretty sure they
what
did. About like if your dog decides to act up and run away at that moment, like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
I don't know. But I am gonna put like we are gonna put some resources down below if you guys do want to help, or if you guys have been affected. If you're watching YouTube, on the link down, like the bio.
There's actually one that I did want to bring up, because I was like, I really was like, this is one that I didn't even really. Obviously, the people who are being affected by the fire, but there's also, I want to add this. I want to make sure we add this one. It's for the National Day Labor Organizing Network, and they support immigrant workers that are being affected by the fires. And it talks about, like, if you go look at what, you know, they're like trying to get money, like raise money for and stuff. It's like the people who are being scared right now and having a hard time even like showing up to work, to the farms, like to pick the fruit and the veggies and stuff, because of the freaking raids and stuff. So it's like helping them too, and not only because they're being affected by the fires, but also by the ice raids. So I want to make sure we add that one too, because I think it's important that like it just, could you imagine that there's like this unnatural disaster, like people are calling it a natural disaster, but it doesn't look fucking natural to me at all. And on top of that, being fucking scared, not only because you might lose your house or people that you love are being affected by it, but also being fucking scared que te quieren sacar de, like they just want to kick you out of the country.
Yeah.
Like, people are like scared of losing their houses and losing their families, and I don't know. I can go on about this forever.
I know. A little bit adding to that, like, it's not what the fires or like everything happening, but did you see that Mexico created an app for undocumented immigrants that live in the US? Did you see that? No, so it's basically an app, and I think right now it's in. I don't know if it's launched completely
Wait,
yet.
Mexico or
Mexico.
oh, okay.
Mexico, la presidenta Sheinbaum, is behind it. It made an app, right, where if you're an undocumented immigrant from Mexico and you live in the States, you could download it, and if like you fear that you're gonna be detained by like ICE or anything like that in the moment, like you're you basically open the app and you press it, like there's like a thing you press, and it sends a notification to your family members. It sends a notification to the consulate of Mexico to basically go ahead and start go to where you're at and start helping you, like basically. And then I guess it gives you not right then and there, but I think like you're not supposed to say anything, and and then they go to where you're at and stuff to try to help you. That's lo que le tengo entendido.
But you don't know if it's out yet?
I'm not completely sure if it's out yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like in like beta mode, like where they were trying to, but yeah, that's something they want to launch in order to protect undocumented immigrants here in the States.
Oh, I love that.
Because you know how now like there's certain laws and stuff, and where like people can be detained and not charged with anything and can be deported, you know? So like yeah. So it helps that aspect, and also the raids and everything.
I actually saw that there's this organization. It's like a nonprofit organization that that works with like the farmers and stuff, and asked all of them and got their permission, like the ones that are working out in the fields or whatever, to be notified to their cell phones if there's like border patrol or ICE or whatever, in like if they're spotted in the area, like close to where they're gonna be, like obviously picking the fruits and stuff. And for the first time ever, they had to like send out the alert to all of the people that obviously gave authorization to receive those text messages, like, hey, just a heads up, there's migra in the fucking area. And a lot of people didn't show up to work, so there was like tons of like all these like immigrant farmers who just didn't show up to work because they had to send out the like an alert, basically. Exactly. And it's kind of sad to know that like this is even a fucking thing. Oh my God. I 100% like I know it's helpful, obviously, like it's helping tons of families like stay together and stuff, but the fact that this has to even be a thing, it's sad to me.
Don't worry, our president that's coming in January 20th has really good propositions about not that about changing the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America.
Shut the fuck up with that, bro. I couldn't. I was like, this man's a clown. Priorities.
That's priority right there.
Priorities.
I can't.
All right. I don't want to like go on too much because I know that like it's just all of it is like people are probably seeing this on all over the internet. And, you know, it's devastating. Montaña rusa.
Let's go.
What is your montaña rusa this week?
I think my montaña rusa. Let's start with my peak. Actually, let's start with my low, because I think my low is literally all this happening. Yeah. Like, even though I'm not being affected by it, I
mean, you're emotionally affected by it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just a lot. But my peak of the week, I think, is definitely the delicious food that I've been eating. The healthy, delicious food, because me and my family decided we're all gonna be healthy. That's good. So not just me, like, you know, me not worrying, but we're all gonna be healthy. So like, I created the meal plan, and they're all just cooking, like sticking to it, that's good. Cooking that, and so that's probably my peak. You know, us as a family trying to get healthier and stuff. So
that's really good. I want to say that this has been a rough week for me. It's been a lot of downs, because I feel like I haven't been getting a lot of sleep this week. Yeah. And then obviously like what's going on is like very heartbreaking, but I have not been getting a lot of sleep, and my dogs have been very fucking special. Have been very special this week, so it's not helping. But my peak, what is my peak? My peak is that I only had to work 3 days this week.
Oh, there we go. That's a good peak.
Like today, so it's Thursday when we're filming this, and it's my Friday because I don't have to work tomorrow, thank God.
I do.
I'm just looking forward to trying to organize myself because I feel like I'm a hot mess right now. But
yeah. You have a schedule for tomorrow, or are you just gonna go with the flow?
No, I have an appointment that I have to get to tomorrow. I have a couple appointments actually that I have to do. So I guess I do have to like kind of like organize like what I need to get done.
You know what? That's something I appreciate. I love my days off. Yeah. I love them.
It's so productive. So it's like, this is one thing about like my day. This is why I needed 3 days, because it's so hard to like, I love days off because I want to do like nothing, right? Mm-hmm. Like to me, like not having to do anything is what I really value, or like at least choosing what I want to do is what I value, because it's my day off. But because when I only had like 2 days off, it was so hard to be able to do that, because now on the days off, I had to do what I couldn't get done during the week because of work, especially because you work, like I work business hours, right? With you, I feel like you get off a little bit earlier, so you could still get shit done, right? I feel like for me, because I would get off at like 5, like a lot of places, like I can't go to a doctor's appointment at that time. Yeah. You know, so it's kind of hard for me to like get stuff done during the week. So a lot of what I had to get done had to be on my days off. And then still having to find time, because I have opposite schedules as my mom, to try and see her for a little bit. Yeah. And then having to like do the laundry, having to clean, grocery shop, like having to get all those things done so that the next week, like it's, you know, like we're good. Set. So for me, it was really hard to just have the 2 days off. And then still find time to like, because those days Val works a lot too, so I don't even get to see him. So I would have to try to find some time to spend time with him. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I used to work at the bank and I used to do those normal business hours. It was tough. They like, suck ass.
Like, it was just like to make time for everything. Yeah. But.
So that's why I'm really grateful for my 410s, because I value a lot like my time outside of work, and I'm glad that I get an extra day, you know, to like fit things in and like still be able to have that time for myself too.
Yeah, that's good. Daddy's good.
Yeah, so this week I'm happy that I got 3. That's my peak.
I got another peak.
What?
Bad Bunny's new album.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You really like it that much? Like, what are your thoughts?
I love the album. Keep in mind, it's not everybody's cup of tea because it's more tropical. Definitely of like Puerto Rico. Like that's Puerto Rico. Like, you know, like that's a beautiful album to represent Puerto Rico. And I really like the album. I've been listening to Not Stop. Then again, I'm biased. I really like Bad Bunny.
Like, I was just about to say that. I was like,
I'm a big fan.
I was like, you'll probably like anything he makes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a really big fan. So I love the album. I love the tropical. I like salsa and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think it was a beautiful album for what it was meant to be. Yeah. If that makes sense. I am one of those people that I'm not a huge fan of tropical music. I don't go out of my way for it. Like, I'll listen to it, you know? Yeah. But I don't go out of my way for tropical music, like salsa and stuff like that. But I think the album was beautiful for what it was meant to be, which I feel like it was like an ode to Puerto Rico and his country, and then his love for his country, you know?
It definitely showed.
It showed. And in that aspect, I think it was a beautiful album. Yeah. There was some songs that I did vibe to more than others. There was, I don't know, girl. I was at work when I was listening to it. I listened to the album like twice, I think, and that, you know, for me, that was enough. And but there was a couple songs that I was like, okay, I love the blend of the tropical music with reggaeton.
Oh my God, he did a great job.
I think on some songs he did it more than others.
Yeah, and then some songs were straight salsa, you know, like.
Yeah, some of them were straight salsa, which I was like, okay, whatever. Like it's a good like I think it's good because of what he wanted to, like what the art that he was creating was, and I respect that. I respect the art he was trying to create. I just probably wouldn't go out of my way for those songs. But the blend of the reggaeton with the salsa, like how I think it was a good mix.
No, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful album. I love, like, there was a couple songs that made me emotional, como Debí tirar más fotos. It made me emotional because it's just like, and especially everybody on TikTok posting that song and then posting their loved ones that passed away, and I'm just like, when I first heard that song, I literally thought about like my grandma on my dad's side. That I just like, the song is basically saying like I should have taken more pictures. So like, since you're not here anymore, and I could remember.
Do you know who he wrote it about?
I don't know.
Like, what was the inspo?
I don't know.
Oh,
he did a couple interviews. I haven't seen them, so
okay.
He probably said something about that. But yeah.
So it reminded you of your grandma?
Yeah, it reminded me of grandma. In one of the parts, he does talk about how like he's taking the time to go see his grandpa and like be with him and stuff like that.
That's beautiful.
But it made me think about my grandma. How like I wish I would have taken more pictures, like, because I don't have that many pictures of her. She died when like I don't. It's been years now, but I wish I would have taken more pictures of her because it's like está contada las fotos que puedo hallar de ella. And even my grandpa too, but my grandpa, I think we have him a little bit more in pictures.
My grandma hated photos.
No, yeah, she did too.
She was kind of like,
don't take my picture, and that's why we don't have a lot of pictures.
She also hated being the center of attention. Yeah. She parties did not like parties for her.
Yeah.
Like if she knew that we were gonna throw a party just for her, she'd be fucking pissed at us. Yeah. She'd be like, no.
No, that's how my grandma was. And it just made me sad. It made me like, low-key made me cry. Because then it reminded me of this specific picture I took with my grandma, and it was a selfie. And when she was just like right next to me, I lost that picture because I lost the SD card, like, sorry, me being mindful by my bad words, but the SD card, like
it broke
on me. Aww. And I wasn't able to recuperate that photo. So
that is so sad.
So that song definitely makes me sad, but I really love that song. Another one of Lo que pasó en Hawaii. Wow, that's definitely a song. It basically says about like, I don't want, like, he's talking about how he doesn't want que le pase a Puerto Rico lo que le pasó a Hawaii, which is like obviously, the United States taking it as a territory, making it a state, and now it's like colonizing it. So yeah, definitely that the album is an artwork.
Yeah, I definitely respect his art. I agree with you. I think it was a beautiful album. Probably for different reasons.
Yeah.
But I agree, like that was a good song too.
And then I think is it Ale? That one's a good song. That's a good perreo song.
There was one that I swear, guys, okay, I'm so weird. If I just listen to the song, it's like I don't understand the words that are coming out. Obviously, once I am fully familiar with the song, I'll recognize the words. But I'm such a if I hear a new song, I have to read the lyrics. Or if I just listen to it, to me it's just I'm just listening to the beat and the tempo and the flow of it and stuff. There was one song and I don't know which one it was, but it was almost, it was so similar to a song that he already has.
I wonder if it's Ale. It's basically talking about I really liked it because it's low-key dedicated to you. To you, 1995, man. It's talking about ya vas a los 30. And something about ya te ves más buena, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this is for the girls that are turning 30. That's gonna be me next year. But still, yes, shake some ass.
You know what's funny? I feel like a lot of people are scared of turning 30, and I think I'm just embracing it.
I think 30s are I don't want to say the new 20s because it's just a separate, but
it's its own thing. Yeah.
I treat it like this. Like, I feel like 30 is like, okay, now you had like, what, 12 years of being an adult under your belt. Like, now you could really, really, like, and now you're solidifying your adultness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, those are your, I feel like it's going to be like your more fun years, your more free years. Like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, because my 20s have been a fucking roller coaster.
You see, and I feel like they're more stable. They're more, I don't know.
I bet you people that are already 30, they're like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
You're not
even 30.
You still full of life right there with your 28 years old. But still.
Almost 29.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm not. Before I was like, oh my God, 30. Like, that's crazy.
I feel like a lot of 20-year-olds go through that.
But now, like, I guess the closer you get to 30, it's like,
yeah. Well, I guess it depends, right? Because some people are like, oh, my age looking real serious.
It is looking a little serious. But yeah, I don't know. I can't wait. Anyways, back wrapping up Bad Bunny's album, I think it was great. Even though a lot of people, there was a article that came out where like Latinos were giving backlash to the album because they didn't understand certain like lingo he was using because obviously it's Puerto Rican like lingo, you know? And they're like, oh, he should have used like normal language that everybody can understand, like normal Spanish that everybody could understand. And I'm like,
no, he should have used whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, like it's his album.
Yeah.
Like you can listen to it or not. Like,
yeah.
Why
Yeah, and it's also like, for example, it's like, could you imagine like people like other people from Spanish speaking countries told Mexico to fucking make their Mexican music like don't you like you gotta use lingo that we all understand. Like, could you imagine? Like,
exactly. Like, I'm just like, bye. Be mad at something else. Worry about something else, like climate change. How about you focus on climate change? Like, no, es que la gente no tiene de ya.
Dude, I feel like some people just find a reason to fucking be mad.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's pivot into stir the beans.
Stir
the beans.
I'm stirring.
And Edith, you gotta tell us about this one.
Oh, okay, so I came across this video, right? I think it was a podcast, kind of talking about a video itself.
What podcast was it?
It was a Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Podcast.
The Joe Rogan Experts.
The Joe Rogan Experience. And he was talking about a video that was circulating. I think you said it might have been an older video, right? That's been already
yes.
out?
I think because I had seen it like before.
Okay.
Like a while back.
And it's this far right page, right? Made a video. This like white guy dressed up like in a poncho, sombrero, and taped on like a big mustache, you know? Stereotypical.
Yeah.
Mexican, right? And went on a college campus with younger adults.
I just want to know, like, I think it's funny that white people think that that's the typical Mexican man. Like, who even dresses like that anymore? Like, it's because when I think, like, if you were to tell me like a stereotypical man, I would tell you like una tejana, like buttoned up shirt with the belt buckle, the leather boots that match the leather belt.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I would think.
But no, they went for like the, I don't know.
Who the fuck?
The Party USA version of like
Party USA.
Of being a Mexican, I guess. Yeah. He was wearing a poncho, sombrero, and taped on a big old mustache, right? Went on a campus, was asking like the students there, like obviously adults, if his what he was wearing was offensive. And most of the students were saying yes, because you're like culturally appropriating, like you're not Mexican, so it is, you know. And then the video cuts into him going to talk to like I think it's like mid-age, older like Mexicans, right? Señores. And he asked them like, oh, do you think he said, do you think my costume is offensive? And then like, no, it looks good, right? And basically the podcast is saying like, first of all, they like kind of said it with the trying to do the accent, like a Mexican accent. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, like they were saying, like, you see, the issue is the younger ones, like they're always offended for everything type thing. Like the actual people who are older and Mexican, they don't care. And so what's your take on it?
I actually, I have a few things with the video. I just think it's, for one, like the students that they were asking about it, a lot of like, that I recall, like most of them no eran Latinos.
No, they were.
Which I think it's interesting, right? 'Cause like I feel like personally me, like I was not offended by the thing. Like, okay, if I were to see someone just dressed like that, I guess I wouldn't be offended by it. But I think in this context of this man dressing like this on this campus, obviously he was doing it for content. I think he was just trying to make a statement about cultural appropriation, but just took it a little further. So my thing is like, what's the intention of it? Like, what are you trying to, like, what is it that you're trying to prove by doing this, right? That's kind of like where it's just kind of like, why, like, ill, like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
But if I saw somebody like, okay, because like a lot of people take cultural appropriation differently, right? Like, for example, I don't know, what's an example of cultural appropriation?
Well, there's cultural appropriation, and I feel like people mix it up with cultural appreciation.
Yeah.
Where, people, there's people that are, like, for that specific thing, like, he was wearing it to cause, like, a certain thing.
He was trying to get a reaction out of people.
He was trying to cause a reaction, and I feel like he wasn't wearing it for the right
like,
thing.
If I saw a white person wearing a poncho,
a poncho?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. A poncho. A poncho. Sorry. Yeah, because if I saw a white person wearing a poncho and he was just wearing it because he liked it.
And it kept him warm?
And it kept him warm. What the fuck is wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
No, I don't see no issue with that. But I think the issue is more so where you're trying to get a reaction.
Which is what this man was trying to do.
When you're like, that's cultural like appropriation, you get me? You're reaffirming the stereotypes, I feel like if you like for example, if you like wearing ponchos because they're warm, and go for it, like, yes, I feel like that's appreciation, like, I appreciate the specific culture for bringing this kind of wear, for creating this. But I feel like,
or even like the fake mustache, obviously, like I said, he was trying to get a reaction out of people. But if he decided to grow out his mustache like that, I would be like, oh, this man just growing out his mustache.
But this man taped on a fake, really big mustache, and it's like with the outfit, the outfit complete, and it's like, what's your intention? Like, I don't know. And then the big sombrero that.
Yeah. I don't know. But like I said, I think I think in the context of what he was doing it's distasteful, because obviously he was trying to get a reaction out of people. But like I said, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I feel like in that context that he was doing it, I think it was like reaffirming certain stereotypes, because like, what is your purpose? Like, just to get a reaction? That's it. Like, and then especially who made it, because it was a very far right page. So I'm like, okay, your intentions are not it.
I just feel like if he was trying to do a social experiment, it was a terrible fucking one, because first of all, like the people he was asking to, it was like, I think non-Latinos, like specifically non-Mexicans, and I feel like if you really wanted to get the opinion that matters, it would have probably been like Mexicans, because it's their culture.
Yeah. But I feel like he purposely did that. He didn't ask like younger Mexicans, because I feel like, especially like ones he could like have a full conversation with, because he did ask like older señores, pero like nomás allí, like apenas like no, como que se estaban viendo y no,
Yeah, and then like also like in the video, he only shows like what, like a couple guys, señores que le preguntó.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, was there any other like older Mexicans or just other Mexicans that he asked that maybe weren't okay with it and didn't include it in the video just to prove a point?
Exactly. So I don't know. The contest is a little interesting. I definitely think that one was, like you said, distasteful. If you're definitely like want to rock a mustache, like, you know, like los tíos que tenemos, like, go for it. But like your own, great, go for it.
Yeah, but like, why are you trying to go out of your way to put like a fake mustache?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
if you want to wear ponchos, go for it. Like you're actually wearing them because you actually like them. Go for it.
And honestly, I feel like a lot of Mexicans
for a joke.
No, because that's what I'm like. I feel like a lot. If it's for a fucking joke, it's just like, what? Like, what are you doing? You know, like, but if they legit want to wear a poncho or like quieren ponerse unas botas because they like them and whatever, like, if anything, a lot of Mexicans are probably gonna be like, dude, that looks sick. Yeah. You know, like, that's hella cool that I feel like there's gonna be an appreciation for it. Like, I personally wouldn't be offended by it or nothing like that, because they're doing it because they're like, they genuinely like it, you know?
The cultural appreciation.
Yeah. But if it's like a joke to them, it's just like, that's where I'm like,
you draw the line.
Yeah.
Me too.
Anyways, tell us what you guys think in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. A ver qué piensan.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe some other people will be like, Angel Eater, shut the fuck up. Like,
get out.
Get out of town.
Y'all get offended real quick.
Yeah. Be calling us snowflakes in the comments.
I can't. Bye.
I mean, but like I said, personally, I wasn't like very offended by it. I just think it was very distasteful because of the context of what he was, how he was doing it and stuff.
I also wasn't a fan of how that podcast kind of like, in a way, kind of like when they repeated what the older señor said, like they it was kind of like mocking in a way. I don't like that. So
yeah, I can see how that can be, you know, rub people the wrong way. But anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Yes, please. With that being said,
what?
I don't know. I was gonna go into a break. That's why.
Oh no, I think that's pretty much what we had for the program today. Okay. We were gonna keep it brief. We were just gonna keep it brief, just because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we kind of already started the episode on a sad note. Do you have any happy notes that you want to end on?
I can only think about Bad Bunny's new album. You guys, let me know what you guys think about it, because I want to know, does anybody love it as much as I do?
It was hard.
I know my bestie Jackie. She loves it. She loves it.
She liked it.
She's like, I can't wait to save up money and try to go to one of these concerts front row again.
Aww.
Yeah, she was the one that I went with front row for.
The time that you went.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm like, girl, say less. I mean, even though I'm trying to save money, but still, girl, say less.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
In the comments about the song, about the stir the beans, about everything.
Thank you so much for everybody who's been showing love to our last episode. A lot of comments. We love to see it. Also, what should they comment on this one if they made it this far? Because if you made it this far, you're a real one. Because you got through the sad parts.
Yeah, you got through this.
You said, let me push it through.
Let
me be sad with them.
We're gonna be a little sad. I don't know. Let's see. What can we get?
How about like put a little?
Do they have sombreros? Hold on. I'm about to.
Not you putting a sombrero.
Well, maybe they could put. What were you thinking?
Oh, I was gonna say like a little, like the little camera emoji, because from Bad Bunny's album, debí tirar más fotos. So I should have taken more pictures.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the little camera emoji. Or How about the emoji with the fucking cowboy hat on?
Yeah, either that one. Uno al otro. Ustedes escojan.
Yeah, you could pick camera emoji or the smiley face with the cowboy hat on.
Mm-hmm. I used to use that emoji all the time too.
I love it.
Anyways,
I like the emoji too with the mustache, the one where he's in disguise.
Oh yeah, the glasses.
Yeah, yes, I like that one too.
I'm like, that's me.
Dude, my favorite one has yet been the one that we got from Jess.
Oh my god,
it's like this face, and it's like, oh, come. How do
everybody I've sent that emoji, they're like, oh my god, this is so cute, and they take it.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like she's going like this
with her nails.
For the listeners that are audio only, they're like, she's like showing her little nails, and I don't know, it's just like a normal like face, like the little circle.
Yeah,
and then there's
with lashes, right? Yeah, it has lashes, and then she has like these big juicy lips that like she's just very like. Like what's the feeling it gives? Like I'm feeling good.
Yes. Like yes. I don't know, but it's cute.
I can't.
It's cute.
Yeah. So thank you, Jess,
for that emoji.
For that emoji, because I've been using that thing left and fucking right, sending it to everybody.
Pero con eso ya le cerramos.
Yeah, we'll close about her.
All right, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You guys already know. I don't gotta tell you, but you know what? I will tell you again. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure to leave a 5-star review. Anything less?
Hit the DMs. I also want to apologize because we just found out that our Chisme link that we've been using on YouTube was out of service. Why did nobody tell us?
Yeah, like y'all
fake. Y'all fake for not telling us that our link was out of service.
Yeah, so that should be good now.
It should be good now. So there's no excuse as to why you're not leaving your Chisme.
Yeah, so make sure to leave your Chisme. Yours, your neighbors, your uncles, your tias, I don't know, your abuelitas. Leave the Chisme. Anyways.
So ahí los vamos a dejar. Que Dios los bendiga.
Besitos.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.